Hello and welcome to the new video. We're in March now. The new month means a new app build. So, what are we doing this month? There are two things that I've really wanted to try for a very long time, and these are 3D modeling and software recognition, movement tracking type of thing. So, this app is going to incorporate the two, and it's going to be an opportunity for me to finally learn these things. Okay, so what is this app going to be? A 3D character that lives on your laptop reacts to your facial movements. Yeah, that's it. The concept is very simple. The execution is where some difficulties might arise, but I'm taking it one step at a time. Right now I'm focused on the 3D modeling part. I'm going to deal with the, facial recognition stuff later. I know it can be done somehow. So today is Sunday, and I'm going to dedicate this day to building the 3D character. And what it is going to be is something small, cute, silly. I already have my sketch prepared. It's kind of looking like this blob thing with a little cute face. I also didn't want it to be something too advanced. It had to be kind of simple so that for someone who is still learning 3D modeling, it could be achievable. And it also had to be something that could be reactive, something that could be smiling, winking, moving its body a little bit, waving, things like that. So very simple gestures. So if I wave, it will wave back to me. If I wink, it will wink back at me. So that is a plan, that is a goal. Okay, I think I have nailed the shape of the blob and I have the material. I'm not sure if it's perfect yet, but it's looking like something. I have to be honest, I am guessing here a lot of the times. It's kind of like trial and error and seeing what will happen if I do this or that. I've watched some tutorials, of course, previously, and then today I watched some on materials itself. I don't know, I feel like I can't find a tutorial that would really talk globally about a topic start to finish. It's more on just specifics, like if you want an iridescent material, here's a tutorial, or if you want a glass material, here's a tutorial. But to kind of like understand the materials from the beginning, like I haven't found something like that. And I have a similar experience with the modeling itself. I found some specific tutorials and I followed them, but then I kind of feel like I don't have the complete understanding. So when I'm trying to do something on my own that there isn't a tutorial for, I'm beginning to struggle, right? Because I don't fully understand the mechanics of how things work there. It is a few days later. This is where I'm at. I'm really struggling with materials. I'm trying to find some info how to do this specific thing that I'm envisioning in my head, and it's hard. So right now it's kind of looking a little bit flat, and I'm getting a little bit stressed because today is Wednesday and tomorrow is actually my birthday. And for the rest of the week, I have something going on every single day, so I will not have time for this at all, pretty much. I was kind of thinking, like, okay, I'm gonna sit down today, I have like 2 hours, I'm gonna do it, right? Because I already had the body. No. I'm just like, completely doing this blindly. And this material, I have no idea why it's not see-through. I was thinking of like making it see-through so I can put a light source inside and light it from the inside to give it this like glowy mystical vibe. And I don't know what to do because I don't know why it's not see-through. I think I'm gonna copy the character, remove the material, and start again. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. It's my birthday tomorrow. I don't like birthdays. Never have. Okay, so I've been actually working on this project since the beginning of March, and today is the 20th. It's been a week since I've actually done anything, so I'm a week behind. And the reason for that is that I have been sick. So I am extremely behind. I should be actually thinking about the next month's project, but I'm still stuck in here. So I learned the 3D modeling. I mean, I'm not a pro at it or anything, but I did create the character. I did learn a little bit about the facial recognition thing, how to do that. This weekend, I have to put this all together and make an app out of this. I already built the 3D character. looks like this. Now I'm at the part where I need to start putting all of this stuff together, working in Lovable and plan mode for it to create a plan of how we can get this done. There's one thing that's making me kind of worried if this is possible to do, because okay, I've created this character in Spline. In order for it to move, do anything, I need to create states of him in Spline. So if I want him to blink, I have him like this with his eyes open, just, you know, idle state. But I would also need to create like all the blinking, eye blinking, you know, state for him to be able to do this movement. So I don't have that, and I don't know how long this is gonna take me because I don't know all about this and I've never done this before. So, but I'm leaving this for later, and right now I'm in Lovable trying to build all the other stuff in the background, so like the facial recognition. So let's do that first and we'll go back to Spline later. Okay, is this really that simple? What are variables? Okay, it is much later in the day, as you can see, and this is where we're at now. Overall, it took a lot of back and forth because I was trying out two approaches basically. One was inserting the Spline character through an embedded code, getting it from Spline and putting it in Lovable. And the second approach was exporting file from Spline and just attaching that file into Lovable. So I was thinking that I was going with the first approach, but the problem with this one was that I needed to create way more advanced things in the Spline file, like setting up variables that would create the movement. And that is pretty advanced stuff for someone who's never done 3D modeling before. I did one hand movement. I wanted to try it out in Lovable and it was not working. Not only was the character not looking the way it looked in Spline for whatever reason, but the movement of the hand was not even working exactly like it was in Spline. I tried it a few different ways. I tried to understand why this isn't working, what should I do differently. If I had infinite amount of time, maybe I would have tried on top of variables really creating the animation and states, and maybe that would help the situation, but I'm not even sure, and I don't have infinite amount of time. So after many tries and errors, I abandoned this approach and I went with the second approach. That also took many tries. I ended up having to purchase a plan in Spline, and in order to export this file with colors and textures, I needed to have a higher plan. So I first exported it as the GLB file on the free plan. I tested it. It was kind of working. So I was like, okay, I think this is the way to go. So then I purchased the plan and I was able to export it with the materials, but it still was not perfect. So I had to tweak it in Lovable and apply some textures, materials in Lovable, kind of chatting with the AI to like make it look as much as it looks in the image that I had of this 3D character. So a lot of work actually happened in Lovable, and that brings me here. This is the best that I was able to make this character look like, the closest to how it looks in Spline. My biggest issue is the eyes, and I think I tried everything under the sun talking with Lovable to make them look better, and it has all failed. As for the movements, the biggest issue are the hands. They're working the worst out of all of them. The eyes and the mouth, I would say they work very well, and the hand, it's kind of weird. It's doing something, but it's not perfect. The next step will be to actually create the environment behind the little guy, so he's like in his own house.